Hello, my dears. Happy New Year. We are finally in 2025, and I have good news now in the beginning of the year. We have a new opportunity of obtaining financing here in Romania for companies that are already created here. So, because I know that some of you already have companies here in Romania, I want to bring into your attention this new opportunity because it's something important, and for sure here in the area Bucharest and Ilfov County you have not seen it since, I believe, 2014. So it's a good opportunity, and let's stay together and see what is about this financing opportunity. I am talking here about non-financing program București-Ilfov 2021-2027. Basically, this is the financing that all of you was waiting for because are quite rare, these kind of opportunities, especially here in Bucharest, and especially with such a high percentage of financing. Basically, you have 90% financing and 10% co-financing, which is huge, and to this area it's seen only once in 10 years almost, because we are in 2025 and I believe that the previous one was in 2014 if I'm not wrong. So let's see who is eligible for do it and what are the amounts that you can obtain. Good. About the maximum financing, I can tell you that the financing is between 25,000 euro up to 300,000 euro, depending of course on what is the investment direction that you want to do. Because if you want to buy only equipment, then the maximum financing is 200,000 euro. But for example, if you want to make also a construction, to build it from the scratch, then the financing is 300,000 euro, to which you will add your contribution, which is at least 10%. Okay, now let's see who are the eligible companies to have this financing, because it's quite important to know about this as well. Basically, the first criteria is that the company must have been set up before 2023. So this means that a company that is newly created or it is created starting with 2023, it is not eligible anymore. The second criteria of eligibility is to be micro-enterprise, but not micro-enterprise in the terms of fiscal point of view. This for funds has different criteria. Basically, for European funds, to be a micro-enterprise means to have up to maximum 9 employees 2 years in a row, and to have a turnover or assets no higher than 2 million euro. So basically, if this is your situation, at least from this point of view, you can qualify to it. Then another eligibility criteria is that the implementation of the project must be in the urban areas of Bucharest and Ilfov County. It's not accepted the rural area. When I say urban areas, I mean Voluntari, Otopeni, Bragadiru, and any other city which is in this area, Bucharest and Ilfov. Those of you that already have a business here, you already know what I mean about this. Of course, another eligibility criteria is that you must have those 10%, because it's quite important for you to know to have this amount to put it in the project. Otherwise, it will be really, really difficult for you to implement it when you don't have the money to do it. For example, if you have 50,000 euro that you can put on this project, you can make it repeatedly. You can use the same money repeatedly because you have 3 or 4 reimbursement requests that you can ask to the ministry. So basically, if you put 50,000 euro, you will be receiving 90% of this, and those 90% you can add again your contribution and use it again. So basically, if you have your 10% contributions but also on capital to buy things of at least 50,000 euro, then from my point of view, it would be okay. You can also go ahead from this point of view. And last but not least, you must have an activity which is eligible. For this, we will show here the list of the eligible CAEN codes. What is really important for you to remember is the fact that you don't necessarily have to have turnover from this CAEN codes, because it's also accepted to implement a new activity on this company, on the company that you have. But you need to find something from this list that you can see here, something that you can qualify to, because otherwise you cannot do the business anymore, or you cannot obtain the funds for other types of activity that are not listed here. If you don't know how to do all this, there is no problem. You can contact us and one of our consultants will explain to you, will call you, and will calculate some the points that you can obtain, and will tell you, okay, you may go ahead or not with this idea that you may have. But it's really important for you to leave us a message, a comment, or to write to us on our email address office.mbv-tax.ro, which is the one that me and one of my colleagues will see, and they will know how to guide you through all this legislation and to tell you if it's okay, you can have it, this financing, or not. Let's see a little bit what you can do, because on this kind of financing, it's a good one, especially for construction or expansion of the constructions. Indeed, the time is a little bit too short to obtain all the authorizations and everything that is necessary, but maybe there is some of you that already have done something in this direction, and maybe, why not, you can gain some capital of from this kind of financing. The second direction in which you can spend this money is on acquisition of modern goods and modern solutions that are helping you in your activity and doing everything that you want to do, including green energies and modern technologies. This is something that you can also on which you can use these funds to do. For sure, you can use this money also for implementation of efficient energy solutions like solar panels, heat pumps, mini wind systems, and so on, in order to also protect the environment and to help you to do this with lower cost for your business. This financing is also okay for buying computers, any kind of furniture, any kind of good that is helping you in your daily activity. Last but not least, you can use this financing to participate to international fairs, which will mean that you can make your brand known all over the world. It's not necessarily in Europe, but anywhere on this planet. Also, to obtain this certification like quality certification ISO 9001 or maybe something else, it doesn't matter. It's also proper to do it if you want to do it via this kind of program. Of course, that you can pay consultancy or audits of any kind and any other expenses that are connected to this kind of project. Also, it is really important to know that in this kind of project this year, there is an amount of 10% of the non-reimbursable funds that you can use it on salaries, rents, other kind of expenses, operational expenses that can really help you in developing all this business and everything that you may put in your mind. So it's quite important not to lose this kind of financing, because it's quite rare, and I believe that we will not see for this area further in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now on. So if you will qualify or not, or if you don't know how to read all the eligible activities and all the eligible card codes, you can just write to us an email and we will let you know if you qualify or not. I already told you what you can do with those money, but there is really important to know what you cannot do as well. First of all, you cannot buy second-hand goods. This is not allowed. You cannot take goods with operational leasing or financial leasing. Also, this is not accepted. If you are a VAT payer, the VAT is not eligible. In case of the companies that are VAT payers, in that case, they can deduct VAT to the project. But if, for example, you are a VAT payer, you can deduct the VAT via ANAF control or through further sales that you may have on that company. You cannot buy land or you cannot do real estate. This is not allowed as well. And there are many other things that are not allowed, but we will let you know. If you contact us, we will let you know what you are allowed to do and what you are not allowed to do. Do you know how to obtain these 300,000 euro for your business? It's quite simple. You just contact us. We will calculate your score, and if you have more than 70 points, then we will contact you and let you know what you have to do further. And more than this, we'll be near you all this period. Not only when calculating and making the business plan and submitting the application, but also in the reporting period, meaning 3 years after the project is done. So in us, you will find a partner for long-term period, because it's really important not to stop only when you have the money and the contract approved. It's really important to be near you all this time. What if you are not eligible for these funds? Don't worry. If, for example, you will buy the abonnement that we have, Fonduri 500, then during all this year, we will contact you and we will let you know what are the eligible programs that you can qualify to this year, and maybe you will decide to go on that program as well. No worry, if you are not from the București-Ilfov area, of course that you can contact us as well, but for buying this abonnement will mean that we will keep you informed all the time. It doesn't matter where are you located. So basically, if you are a company that has its quarters in Sibiu or any other city here in Romania, you buy this abonnement that we have and we will keep you updated all the time, or with all the programs and financing and grants that you have on that specific area. Maybe you are wondering why to take this subscription. I will tell you why, because it's one-time subscription and you'll benefit a whole year of monitoring all the grants that you may receive here in Romania. Further, you can also deduct this amount on the first invoice if, for example, you decide to go on a certain project. On the first invoice that we will issue for that specific project in which you can qualify, we will deduct this amount that you paid. So basically, it's a win-win situation in any cases, because you'll be constantly informed. You'll have no stress of staying and looking for any other funds that you can find here in Romania. And more than this, you can benefit of this discount that you paid before in the first time when you decide to work with us. So from my point of view, it's the best solution that you can have, and it's since the beginning of the year, so we have a whole year ahead to identify lots and lots of possibilities that you can find here in Romania. Now in the end of this video, what I can tell you is like this: don't let this grant go away from you. It's too important to lose it, and think that there are grants that are 100% non-reimbursable. Basically, this means that you do not give them back. I hope that this video helped you. I hope that we will find lots of messages from you, or if you have any questions, you can put it here in the comments area. Thank you for your attention, and hopefully we'll talk further next months, days, why not? Thank you very much.